Alrighty, so we're back on. Flip the phone the other way. As I said before, I was trying to go live on YouTube. For whatever reason, YouTube won't let me, which is annoying. So back on live streaming on Facebook. It's only a very tiny group of people here, though. The problem is that we're supposed to be meeting at Parramatta Station at 12 o'clock, and we got there just before 12, and we couldn't find anybody. And I think that that's probably the problem. People have been looking for the group and couldn't find them. So we got just a tiny group of people here. So hopefully with these live streams it gets out and encourages other people to come along and to voice our displeasure of what's been done to 95-year-old Clare Nowland, a beautiful grandmother who should never suffer this kind of abuse at the end of her life. So just a tiny group of people, which is a little bit disappointing, but come along, Sydney. Get along to these events. Come on, Sydney, get along to this event and voice your displeasure and your disgust at what's been done to beautiful Clare Nowland, a grandmother who gave everything to her community and ended up in the later years of her life suffering dementia and being put in a nursing home and being killed by tazer, electrocuted, and spending the last days of her life hanging on in ICU. So come on, Sydney, jump onto the live streams and get down to Parramatta. We need a much bigger presence than this. Yeah, Dane, I think that it's probably the same for a lot of us when we got here. We couldn't actually find anybody, and I think that, you know, some people are like, oh, well, nobody else has turned up, because it was initially supposed to be a march from the station at 12 o'clock to the headquarters here. And, you know, that's the problem. Maybe we don't have enough contacts. You know, we haven't formed our networks well enough, obviously, by this. The thing is that mainstream media is here, and it needed a massive presence. It needed a huge presence of people, and they're not here. So I'm going to go over and join the people standing there, because we have to be there by our bodies and our presence. So you'll see the media cameras and just a tiny group of us here. But you know what? It always only ever starts with a few people. Starts with a few and then more come.
Not many people. And all those people down over there are just like smiling, carrying on.
Yep.
Smiling like just another paycheck for them. Like they get put on the stand, look at this guy down here. All the way down here. Smiling. Smile now. Why aren't you smiling? Where'd your smile go? See? They're smiling for the death of Clare Nowland. Just happy because they get another paycheck. Their quota. They're all meeting their quota. It's just another day. No one actually gives a damn. None of them care. None of them feel any remorse or regret. Apparently Mrs. Nowland died.
So we're just going to have a look at the signs here. So guys, if you're in Sydney, jump on a train and get here and support these folks that have made their way out to Parramatta today. Sydney needs you. You know, I've travelled up from Canberra today. I'm disappointed to see such a small crowd of people. You know, we can't take this. Yeah, we're not taking this. We're not taking having our elderly treated this way. And I'm not sure I'd like to be in a uniform right now. You know, it is time. We all know that so much police brutality happens. And yeah, not every cop is bad, but they're also known to protect their own, which is the worst. And anybody who's been through the last 3 years fighting against the mandates, which are now coming out, the death and destruction caused by these injections, and yet police forces all around this country force citizens into compliance. And now those wearing the uniform know that the tide is turning against them. It might only be a small amount of people here today, but you've only got to look online to see the respect that's been lost. You know, the last 3 years, all of the knowledge that's come out, you know, finally deaths in custody for Aboriginals, we know that has been covered up.
Mrs. Nowland, I'm just going to read out some Bible verses.
So I'll shut up for a moment.
Proverbs 17:15. He who justifies the wicked and he who condemns the righteous, both of them alike are an abomination to the Lord. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and the Lord will by no means leave the guilty unpunished. In whirlwind and storm is his way, and clouds are the dust beneath his feet. That's Nahum 1:3. Psalm 149:9. To execute on them the judgment written, this is an honour for all his godly ones. Praise the Lord. Psalm 69:27. Add iniquity to their iniquity, and may they not come into your righteousness. And finally, Psalm 109. When he is judged, let him come forth guilty, and let his prayer become sin. In memory of Mrs. Nowland, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. You do not deserve this. A lady who gave everything to a community.
Wanted to be more slowly towards the police. A stroller. Think of anyone in your family who's had a stroller. How fast do they move?
Yeah, but was he young with the butter knife? So he's probably following the procedure.
So this is a group of amazing Australians who've made it out today. So we'll just step back and have a bit of a look. These beautiful people who've, you know, come along. I just hope that more jump on trains. And if you're in Sydney, once again, share this live stream out. guys, if you're in Sydney, jump on a train and get here. These people need support. And Mrs. Nowland, she needs support. And the family need the support as well.
We're ready.
So yeah, I love these brave people. We did have a couple of the media, I think 10, and I'm not sure who else was here, but
10 and 9.
10 and 9. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they have to say.
Probably nothing.
You would hope that they actually get behind this. You know, if the country begins to condone this brutal force being used on our elderly, then we're really lost.
Do you want me to and record them speaking, or do you want me
Unless I bring it over so I can get the shot of the belly.
Was it on the board?
Okay, testing.
Oh, we've got Simmons here.
Is the microphone working?
Yes, yeah. We can hear.
How are you, Cossack?
All right, Parramatta, if you can hear it, make some noise.
Okay, so we got Aussie Cossack
I can hear you loud and clear.
coming through on the
We're
speakers.
gathered here today at the New South Wales Police Headquarters. Small in number, but very strong in spirit.
Hallelujah!
And I would like to ask anyone in the shade, actually not in the shade, so we can see it in the sun, so the footage and the photos are very clear. Although there are not many of us here today who are willing to give up their Saturday, a beautiful day where you could have been at the beach or at the park or at the pub, you've given up your Saturday to devote this day to the memory of 95-year-old Clare Nowland, born in 1928 and murdered by the New South Wales Police in May 2023. We can see that the police have deployed significant resources. The police have deployed horses. The police have deployed detectives, undercover detectives, who are dotted around, standing around the street, pretending like they don't know who they are. That's because the police have a guilty conscience. Rather than stand with the people and offer condolences and share in the public sentiment, the outrage of the public at the murder of 95-year-old Clare Nowland, the police of Karen Webb, of Commissioner Karen Webb, have decided to intimidate those people who are here today, those good Australians who are standing up outside the New South Wales Police headquarters. And that's a mistake which the police continue to make. They claim that this was an incident. It wasn't an incident. This was murder. At the very least, it was manslaughter. And the charges have still not been upgraded against Christian White, the constable involved. Now, the last words which Clare Nowland heard were, "No bugger it." What a send-off, what a great thing to say.
Shame.
What a terrible and disgraceful thing to say. Bugger it was the last thing Clare Nowland ever heard. Shame. That's a bloody disgrace. And Clare Nowland is a hero of our time. Everyone who preserved her memory and is here today standing in memory of Clare Nowland is doing the right thing. The police who are there to intimidate us today are continuing to do the wrong thing. Very disgusting, very disgraceful. There were sentiments on social media in the last few days. People thought or had hope that the police might actually stand with the protesters.
Yes.
Some members of the public thought the police might actually join you in commemorating Clare Nowland. But unfortunately, Clare Nowland was not a representative of a minority. Unfortunately, Clare Nowland was not from the Black Lives Matter movement. Unfortunately, Clare Nowland was not from The Voice. Unfortunately, Clare Nowland was not Ukrainian. Unfortunately, Clare Nowland was not some type of alphabet soup gender dysfunction person. Clare Nowland was just a normal 95-year-old great-grandmother, and no one cares.
Shame.
From the Black Lives Matter movement, you'd have the police on their knees, you'd have the commissioner on her knees, and you'd have corporate sponsorship, and you'd have 500,000 people marching. And that's a reflection of society, that society's lost the plot, that virtue signalling is more important than common sense. Common sense says that Clare Nowland posed no threat whatsoever. She was the 43-kilo great-grandmother with 8 children. She had a kitchen knife, we could even call it a butter knife. There's no steak knives in a bloody nursing home. There's no steak, there's no sirloin or rump.
At 4:30 in the morning.
Homes. They feed them
Mush.
substandard food and they give them substandard care. Because if they gave them good care, they wouldn't have resorted to calling in the police. They would have had nurses who could have calmed down Clare Nowland as she was suffering from dementia. So shame on the nursing home.
Yeah, exactly,
and shame
Dane. What if a
on
cop
the
was
system
killed?
which allowed Clare Nowland to become the victim of police
Exactly.
misconduct, police brutality, police killing. Let's call it what it is. A policeman has killed Clare Nowland, and his name is Christian White. Shame on you, Senior Constable Christian White. Shame.
Christian White knows what...
We can see today outside the police headquarters in New South Wales, a number of people holding signs and flags, and I want to thank every one of you today for giving up your Saturday to be here, to spread awareness for Clare Nowland's memory. And it's important we don't let the police get away with this. It's important that we don't allow there to be a cover-up. Now, Commissioner Karen Webb would love for this to be covered up.
Yeah, where is she?
Commissioner Karen Webb would love for this to be swept under the rug and for there to be little or no action taken. We demand that Commissioner Karen Webb resigns over this handling of Clare Nowland's murder. Resign now!
Yes.
Karen Webb has mishandled this from the very beginning, where they tried to cover this up as an unfortunate incident. It's time the police took full responsibility. And there's a number of these incidents that occur all the time, except Clare Nowland's case got publicity. How many other people who suffer from mental health and so forth are murdered by the police?
Exactly.
In institutions.
Too many.
In jails, in police stations,
Far too
in nursing
many.
homes, in orphanages. We know that the New South Wales Police has a century-long dark history of abuse, misconduct and police brutality. And I invite the police standing here, and I'd like the cameraman as I speak to zoom in on their expression. Zoom in on the police as I say this to see their expression.
Yeah, they look
We
pretty
invite
solemn
the
to me.
police to stand with these good Australians who are protesting, small in number but strong in spirit. We invite the police to cross the road and stand next to the people and join in the sentiment, join in commemorating and remembering Clare Nowland's memory. That's right, the police, we're talking to you. We've got a few policemen standing up on the ramp to your right. Everyone have a look at them. They're dressed in riot squad gear and they're standing next to a sign which says New South Wales Police Headquarters. Everyone can see that ramp. Now, this is a public building. This is a public area. And the protesters have every right to now proceed carefully and walk up the ramp. And the police should not and cannot impede the free passage of the protesters.
Talk about closer examination, yeah.
Turn to your right, and I'll get Alex the camera to lead the way, go to the front. And we're going to march. We're going to march now from the footpath up the ramp. We're going to stand directly on the ramp in front of the New South Wales Police Headquarters sign, where it says New South Wales Police Headquarters. And we dare the right police to stop us or block us, and they have no right to. We know that they can't, we know that there's no way the police can stop people from entering or something, or a public space. Now we put the camera on it, please. They say, keep walking. You can't walk from the full state, it's right there. Walk straight past them and walk along the ramp. See this, guys? Don't succumb to police intimidation tactics. This is exactly the way they treat you.
This is it. Typical. Typical. And this is why think they've got the right to murder our citizens. Typical. Absolutely typical.
Wait! How do you fucking look at yourselves in the mirror, you fucking dog?
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Some of these guys probably are alright, but
Some,
they
mate,
still probably
allegedly.
should speak up.
No, following orders.
Because they don't prove it. Where's my boat? Where's my belongings? You put me on the street, assholes.
It's a public area. The people are
But yeah, bullies. That's all they know.
Fuck my life. Last 2 years. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's my personal opinion.
No, you're allowed to, you can say that. Not real, man. It's been said in court, you're allowed to say fuck in public. It's okay. As an expression like that is an expression that you're okay.
But yeah, exactly. If they were supporting the people, if they were supporting Clare Nowland, if they stood against the murder of citizens,
Did to help him.
you know, they wouldn't have just done what they did.
I've nothing to lose anymore, thanks to you.
What are we, 12, 15 people here?
I saw some blokes last week, and they're a bit older than me.
Unarmed.
About police, how they were 20 years ago and 30 years ago.
Unarmed against this.
And you go, really? Police actually arrested people?
They have made themselves the enemy. And they know it. They know that you pull on a blue uniform or a black uniform that you become the enemy of the Australian people now. It's how they're trained. Yeah, I know. Like, it's nothing different than what we've seen for the last 3 years anyway, is it? And, you know, the murder of a grandmother doesn't even touch the heart.
Cheng was murdered.
Okay, yep.
It's outside the building that's commemorating somebody who was murdered.
Oh, it's a joke, isn't it?
They named a building after one of their own who were murdered, but what are they going to do about an old woman who was killed?
Exactly. Exactly. Protect their own.
Anyway, these to me, I know a guy that actually said, this is a bad story.
That's Sergeant on his mobile phone down here. Yeah, what's he up to?
Put the signs right in front of the police, and we're going to have some great photos and great of this moment.
Sergeant on his phone.
With these peaceful protesters.
You know, what are we going to do with our mobile phone cameras and our live streams and that? Like, yeah, such a threat to the building. You know, all you guys, like all these, you know, police officers, they all have, well, police officers, it's hardly even a word anymore.
You serve us. You serve us.
Oh, what a joke, but they don't. But they don't.
Serve us. You serve us.
They don't.
You serve us. You serve us.
But they don't. They serve a corrupt corporation. It's,
Serve us.
they don't give a shit about the people. Cheng Centre, the Curtis Cheng Centre, apparently, I'll be looking him up, I don't remember this story, but apparently he was a cop that was killed. There we go, Curtis Cheng. New South Wales Police Headquarters. So, yeah, apparently they've named the building after him. But this is it.
It's the public area in front of public building, and police are actually blocking the unauthorised pedestrians, which is an offence in itself.
Yeah, we'd like to actually just go up and have a photo in front of that sign, just to say, like, for publicity, say we're here at a protest. Is that okay? No comment.
You guys are working for an overseas corporation. You're not benefiting yourself, let alone anybody else.
It's not about that. It's about any leeway.
Guys, please wake up.
We just want a photo underneath.
What you guys are
You stuffed a few people's lives this last year.
facilitating what the overseas corporations want to inflict upon Australia. And you'll
You've got no respect.
wake up
for
10
it.
years from now and you'll realise you were part of this.
Everything goes on record. Everything goes on record. He's got the evidence to arrest the perpetrators, and if anyone tries to stop you, your bosses, you can arrest them for hindering a police investigation. He's can do this, and he's can do the biggest heroes in the world. Bring courageous every year with all the love in the world and all the real riches in the world.
Sorry,
is this public property or not?
Get a taser from someone I know. Can I go around King Albion too? Or will I be thrown into jail? What's the thank you?
So that's a corporation.
Pardon?
You're on.
Yeah, so how many, you know,
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the public, the police are making a huge error here. What they don't understand is that they've been live streaming through a variety of social media platforms. These are peaceful protesters.
yeah, Lillian, I mean, it just makes you sick, doesn't it?
If the police lay one finger on anyone, or arrest anyone, or intimidate anyone, that's just another nail in the coffin of the career of Karen Webb. The police are losing what this game. Karen Webb has lost this game. Instead of making of the death of Clare Nowland, they look at the police now.
I said it balls to get through criminals. None of you has balls.
What a shame.
These will be historical heroes for eternity.
Look what's happening overseas. All the coppers are handing in their weapons and badges because they no longer want to be part of a criminal organisation.
Give the microphone to the guys talking about it.
American dollars must pay, right?
Children are suffering.
No paychecks.
One child that undergoes transition.
Guys, look what's happening now overseas. The coppers, especially in France, they're putting down their weapons, they're handing in their badges because everyone's realising they're aiding and abetting a criminal organisation.
Yeah, exactly.
Australia, wake up! Wake up, Australia!
Wake up,
Wake
Australia.
up!
I believe they're awake. I believe they know the gun.
Well, look, they got mortgages.
They just need the heart.
Stand
Go
with
all
us.
the way. Go all the way, man. Historical heroes
Come on,
more
guys,
than
you guys-
Spartacus, more than anyone in history.
This country's
guys have
work
got
needs to
power.
work.
One of the
If all the
biggest
workers
historical
walk out,
heroes the
the
world
world
has
collapses.
ever seen. I will take that in a second. I will take that glory in a second.
You guys are much smarter than your bosses. You guys can overcome this bullshit that you
Is
guys are
it fair?
getting from them all the time. You guys are
We're allowed in, yeah, not according to these goons, we're not.
look into it. Do some study. Find out where they want to lead you guys to. They want to lead you guys to a fucking pathway of hell. That's where they want you guys to lead into. They're pushing you. They're pushing you.
But you know, trying to appeal to the human nature, I don't believe they got any human nature left in them. I don't know how you would put on a uniform and do this job.
Your bosses
And,
are on the run. Once the people take over their country back, your
And
bosses
still,
will be
you
on
know,
the run.
pretend that
What
you're a
do you
part of
think they're gonna
humanity.
do? We're warning you now. We are warning you now. Well, you guys have to think about your future. You guys have got, I know you guys have got mortgages and got families, but you got to think beyond that, guys. You got to think beyond. Life is not all about paying back the banks or life is not all about money. Life is about love. We're going into a world of love, whether you guys like it or not. That's where the world is where we're heading into. Okay, whether you guys like it or not.
Hiding his badge. Yeah, he is.
Reality, man.
Yeah, got his hand over it.
It's going to be left behind. It's us, the people.
You don't want anybody to know who he is.
Okay, you guys have to join us. Join the people. We got our arms open wide to accept you guys. We come in love and peace. Okay? One day you guys you're going to have to make a very important decision.
You know, trying to appeal to their heart.
What are you going to do with your life? You're not going to waste it on a bunch of criminals fucking giving you satanic orders and evil orders. You can't have it like that.
They're going to be sacked in a couple of years.
Exactly.
Dogs and robots. There's not going to be any police soon. We're not even going to have a job soon.
have family members that have struggled with
You guys are the
Oh, of course they have.
We are people. You guys are
Because if
people.
they're going to care about the people,
Yeah, exactly.
these are the sort of people to give up on their
Of
own
real
family.
money, of real
Yeah,
riches.
that's it. They hand them in.
You're working for money.
Hand their own family members in to be drawn and quartered.
To raise every year of the ultimate love.
It's actually pretty sickening every time you come up against, you know, the cops.
Biggest glory.
Yeah.
Now, listen carefully, New South Wales police officers. I want you to form the badges. Let's read out their names. Give their names. I'll read them out on the loudspeaker. What are the names? Alex, Read out the names into the microphone. One at a time.
Building created under his memorial. But what does this old
Look
lady
closer, you can see their names and the name badges.
hiding her murder? That's totally just.
Alex.
Police.
Hey.
Police force. What is it? Happening kind of.
Why have we got police without badges? Who are these guys? They're imposters.
Yeah, Dan, they'll never win the people back at
Why are they
this.
hiding their name badges?
You know, if they came down and stood with us
We've got police who are blocking the entrance.
and put in a show of goodwill,
Which is open 24 hours a day.
yeah, this is their chance.
Their name badges hidden.
But what did they do?
Name badges
They pushed a couple of guys down off this ramp when they walked up there.
to avoid accountability because they're engaged in illegal activity. We've got a bunch of thugs
Where
pretending
that
to be
student's from,
police.
their fucking arm, that probably half of them don't even know what it
Can I confirm with the crowd that none of the police are wearing name badges today?
is. It's disgrace.
No, they're wearing badges, but it's covered by their jackets.
Yeah.
And underneath that is naked bodies of
They're wearing badges that cover their jackets.
people.
All right, let's go read out some names. Let's go on live stream. Let's read some names out. Take the microphone.
Wow, police people have names. That must mean they're humans. Must mean they're people too. They sure don't act like it.
I don't see any.
I see a J car. I see a J car.
Where's the microphone? Who's got the
That one's a bit
microphone?
foggy.
Give the microphone to the lady. She's got more points than you.
Okay, not really. No, I can see a J car. That's about here.
Yeah, nobody wants to get too close. Might catch something anyway. Might catch a lack of humanity.
We've got a group of thugs masquerading as police who are hiding their name tags. This is great. This is Commissioner Karen Webb's police force. So not only do they kill old ladies, they kill 95-year-olds. Now they block entrance to public buildings and they cover their name tags. What do you think of that, ladies and gentlemen? Karen Webb, resign now! Karen Webb, resign now!
Curtis Chang was one of their own who were murdered. Had a whole building created in his name, Curtis Chang. But what does this old lady get? Who was tasered? This old lady was killed, probably just holding a butter knife after cutting some tea cake. And we're standing, what is ironic is that the officers are standing outside the Curtis Chang Centre, which was one of their own, who was murdered. And he had a whole building created and was renamed in his honour. But what does this old lady get? She gets a bunch of people in one same cover one of their own up. It doesn't matter what colour you're wearing, what pattern is on you, what kind of little pendant you've got on your sleeve, you're still a person at the end of the day. And if you think that you're in this life, in this experience, to just be an NPC, it's not the case. Everyone will face what they do in life in the end. It's like the people who instruct this think that there is no afterlife. I can't guarantee for anyone else, but I know personally that there is another life out there, like where on earth did we come from? You all have to think about that. You can meet your quota, you can do what you want, it's another paycheck. Like when I first came in, I saw policemen, you're all holding sullen faces now, but when I first came to you, most of you were smiling. And we're here to remember it all. Like what if it was any one of your grandmothers, your mothers? There is no way. There is no way. If it was one of you officers, and I see some people sighing to preserve lung function because you're standing there like statues. But if it was one of your mothers, guaranteed you'd either want them to be turned in, you'd turn them in yourself, or you'd quit the job.
Or you'd be standing here with us.
Yeah,
You'd be standing
exactly.
here with us. Probably in your outfit. It's not work gear, it's just an outfit. I'm a professional tailor. I could go and sew this, it'd probably take me a week. Does that mean I can go around tasing old women? I'll get a taser from someone I know. I'll find a way to make a taser, and then I'll go and taser an old woman. I'll go and tase my mother. Like, this is about as crazy. This is just crazy.
Yeah, thanks, Rory. Well said.
I want everyone to stand to line up against the railing with their backs to the police, holding their signs in a line, and we'll get my photo. So guys, stand up against the railing with your backs to the police, and hold your signs up in a line all together.
Family group photo.
That's really you in the back out as well.
Should we stand in front of the sign there?
Yeah, let's get that.
We're on the cops, I said.
In front of the cops, sorry. In front of the cops, go back. All instructions.
Oh, that's okay. They'll move up. They want to be in the photo. They want a photo op. It's kind of an interesting place to be. An interesting place. Kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Thank you to the New South Wales police officers. We can't see what their names are. We can't even confirm that they are actually police. But congratulations to all of them. They've now become props in a video which will be circulated with millions of views by tonight. And what we have, ladies and gentlemen, is a group of police blocking the entrance to the public building. They're hiding their name tags on purpose. This is Karen Webb. This is the police force of Commissioner Karen Webb. No accountability, cover-ups, corruption, killing people who live in nursing homes with tasers. And this is why today we're calling for the resignation of Karen Webb. Let's chant all together now. Karen Webb must resign.
Karen Webb must resign. Karen Webb must resign.
Karen Webb
Must resign.
Karen Webb
Must resign. Karen Webb must resign.
must resign.
Karen Webb must resign.
Here we go, another chant now. Let's get our cameras ready because this will go viral tonight. Christian White must be jailed. Christian White
Must be jailed. Christian White must be jailed. Christian White must be jailed.
Christian White
Must be jailed.
Christian White
Must be jailed.
Christian White
Must be jailed.
Christian White must be jailed.
Yeah, must get life for murder. Exactly, Sharon. I mean, that's what he did. He took a life. A life for a life, isn't it?
Ah, stop it.
You know.
Bang.
The New South Wales Police Force released the footage. Why is the footage of the GoPro being covered up? Why are we now told that the 95-year-old lady, the deceased, Clare Nowland, was actually shot twice by a taser? She was shot in the chest and was shot in the back.
Shame!
Why are the police hiding?
Poor old lady.
They just release the footage and come clean and admit misconduct. Why is it that Karen Webb, the New South Wales Police Commissioner, is refusing to charge the police officer with manslaughter or murder? They officially they're waiting for the autopsy. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to figure out that she was killed as a result of being shot with a taser. It's quite obvious. Shame on the New South Wales Police. Shame.
Shame!
New South Wales Police! Karen Webb, shame on you. Karen Webb, shame on you. Karen Webb, shame on you. Karen Webb,
Shame on you!
Karen Webb,
Shame on you!
no more. Police brutality, no more. Police brutality, no more. Police brutality, no more. Police brutality, no more.
Can you just get out my, I need my battery. No, it's in here. So I'm just gonna, getting all tangled up here. What's going on? Okay, that's a bit funny. Alright, let's strategically.
Full hypocrisy and talking about human rights abuse and police
12 months for them to work it out. Yeah, exactly. You know what we need? Actually need to rally here. Sydney siders need to actually rally here every week until we get a resolution. You know, this is not okay. None of this is okay. You know, and the fact that they act like they always do at any of these events. They don't care for the people. Alright, so just a moment, I'm just going to plug in my battery pack. Can you just aim that at the group? Hello. Oh, but they don't. You know, it's ridiculous saying that. They don't. They haven't served us in a very long time. They don't serve us. They serve a corrupt corporation. You know, so yelling, you serve us. It's a joke. They haven't served the Australian population for a very long time. You know, just look at the police brutality that goes on that we never even hear about. And only those of us who've stood, oh wow, down to 57%.
And everyone have a few words directed at Karen Webb. What's your message for Karen Webb? Just go ahead and give the microphone out.
Okay, so
everyone have their say.
Rest in peace, Karen. Nowland, rest in peace. Karen Webb must resign. Step down now before the people pull you down.
oh, just a very unwell lady going down the street yelling.
Great grandmother.
Praise God.
She brought a lot of life into this world, and it's not right for life to take it from her by any part or anyone. I think it's just shocking that what people will do for money over a human life. Someone's grandmother, like, what's the lady's name? Not the one who passed away, the commissioner?
Oh, Karen Webb.
Like, does she have money? Does she have a grandmother? Does she think the power painful to be her grandmother or mother died in such an awful way? I don't think she does. So, rest in peace, Clare Nowland, and who did not die peacefully, as released by the APC News, released by the Commissioner. How can an elderly woman with dementia die peacefully after being tasered?
Murdered!
Murdered.
That too. The same thing goes in the same category. After being tasered, falling, fracturing her skull. How does that, like, what are you thinking? How does that say?
Yeah, Dane, my sentiments exactly. Where are the people?
What I think is that she should just wake up to herself and step down or come forward and say, well, what's wrong? We're going to take action for what we let that happen.
Amen.
Right. You just go for it.
Alright. So what I see is a symptom of a lack of integrity in the police department around Australia for years leading up to this. But what I'll say about Nola is, I don't feel safe when a policeman that's just done that taser attack on a 95-year-old lady, it would be quite harmless, I'd say. I'd say I'd get on the glove and pull a knife out of her hands. It wouldn't be that hard to do. Anyone here, without any police training, wouldn't be able to handle that situation better than that policeman did. So I don't feel safe that the New South Wales Police Force is protecting his officer. He should be immediately sacked. It's absolutely disgraceful. He should be on review at the very minimum.
Criminal!
So I don't feel safe when you've got a police officer like that running about in a uniform with dangerous weapons on the streets. That's how I feel.
Yep.
Psychopath!
That policeman has to be sacked, resigned, whatever. He has to be out of the police force immediately.
Yeah.
Not tomorrow, not after an investigation in 5 months' time. Immediately has to be stood down. Then maybe have your investigation, then find out he did the wrong thing, then sack him.
Yeah. Praise God, yeah. That's right.
It's just not on. But then we saw it with Danny Lee a few months back. Police tripping over an old man, slamming his head on the ground.
Shame!
Yep.
We've seen it in Melbourne. Completely unprovoked attack. Police officer, you all would have seen this. Officer comes from behind this guy, picks him up, slams him on the ground head first, fractures his skull and neck, and is disabled for life. And that copper got away with it too.
Disgusting!
He should be stood down. How do we feel safe when the police are acting like this and allowed to keep working? We can't feel safe.
They work for the people.
No.
Special!
And then you've got your guy up in Stephen, I forget his surname, Stephen up in Queensland. All the locals loved him.
Murdered!
He's half blind, but he could at least get on a bike. He could ride a bike along his pathway. He was known in the town for riding his bike and wearing a hat. Apparently someone docked him in for carrying a gun, which would have to be a lie. Then he was tortured. The police come to his raided his house, tortured him with sound weapons, torture for hours and hours. He was found dead in his house in the next morning. Apparently he shot himself. That's the police report, but no one in the town believes that. We don't think he even had a gun.
Murdered!
Why would a guy half blind have a gun? What's he going to shoot at? Another cover-up. There's actually an absolute lack of integrity in the police force, top to bottom. The guys at the bottom know there's something wrong. They probably can't put their finger on it. And when they do, they're probably too scared to speak up because they know they're going to be
reprimanded.
Yeah, they're going to be reprimanded, ripped on, whatever. Their job probably isn't going to be fun anymore. So this goes to the highest levels. And you guys at the bottom that know what's going on, probably should all get together and find out how to topple your corrupt leaders.
Yes!
Because you're not there to take orders, you're there to protect the people. You're there to go on patrols, see something's wrong and do something about it. You're not there to take orders from your commander, like you're in an army. That's how the police are running at the moment, you're taking orders.
You serve us!
Go to this guy's house, raid his house, hit him with ultrasonic weapons, sonic weapons all night, until he comes out, then we can shoot him.
Shame!
And if he doesn't come out and we can shoot him, let's just sneak in the back door in the early hours and shoot him anyway. That's what I think went on there.
Yeah, and say he
Taking
committed
orders.
suicide. I mean, what a fucking joke. What a fucking joke.
That's my suspicions, but is it going to be an investigation? No! Because whoever ordered that's going to cover it up.
Disgusting!
It's not that hard to figure out. Still stand down the guy who tasered Nola twice, now I've heard. Or is that suspected twice? Whatever. It's not hard to figure out. We're not going away, just like all the people that have been affected by COVID rules and regulations. We're not stopping either. So you've got a battle on your hands. It's not going away.
What choice do we have?
Karen Webb, blood on her hands! Karen Webb, blood on her hands! Karen Webb, blood on her hands! Karen Webb, resign now! Karen Webb, resign now!
Next speaker, okay.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I'll speak.
Yeah, all right, just a moment.
You want me to hold the camera for you?
Yeah, John. All right. Good to go?
Yeah, stand.
Yeah, so...
You can go over there, stand over there, please.
Yeah, no worries. So I'll stand with my backs to these guys in uniform. You know, they pull on a uniform. When we were kids, we were told, you know, if you need help, you look for a cop. As an adult now, and for me, standing for the last 3.5 years against the corruption and the mandates and the rest of it, I've seen the other side of the cops. You know what? I've seen them all too willing to give in to the power that a uniform gives them and turn from protecting the people to abusing the people. I've made the trip up today from Canberra, you know, where for the last couple of years, we've seen the AFP, Australian Federal Police at Canberra, make shit up. You know, they make anything up to lay charges against the people.
Disgusting.
68 charges out of 70 being dropped in Canberra.
Yeah, so that kind of shows what just Canberra's gone through. We saw what Melbourne went through. We saw what Sydney went through. We saw what was done to Western Sydney. And we know that the police protect their own. I come from the LGBT community. It doesn't matter what you are. If you have a heart, you'll come and stand against causes like this. Going back to the 80s, I don't know if too many people knew how corrupt the Sydney police were. Complicit in the bashings of gays and the murders that were happening at the time, and that was all hushed up. It was hushed up in Adelaide. It was hushed up in the Aboriginal communities. Police protect their own, and they've been brutal and brutalising the people of Australia for so long. Well, now it stops. You know, they've crossed a line. I mean, they've crossed many, but this should be the last line they're allowed to cross. When they taser and murder a 95-year-old grandmother, a tiny little woman, 44 kilos. What threat was she? What threat was she to that cop with a taser, with a weapon in his hand? If you haven't seen the Stanford prison experiment, I suggest everyone watches that, because it shows what happens to humans, or some humans, when they're given too much power over their fellow people. So this is a situation that we have going on. So my heart goes out to Clare Nowland's family and to the community of Cooma, who are suffering such a horrific tragedy right now, and the loss of this lady who was so highly esteemed in this community where she lived for many years. So, you know what, Sydney, I'd like to see you turning up here at this police station, this police headquarters, weekly, and demand that justice is served and something is done. And this culture has changed. So, guys, you know, over and out, think about this. If you're in Sydney, get along to support these ones that have turned up today and anybody else who's made the trip here. But we need to stand in numbers. It doesn't take just one or two. It takes thousands and millions of us to create change. We come out against these people, these corrupt so-and-sos in power. That's what makes change. So people, get out on your streets. Get out, make noise, stand up. You all have to become activists. Look at history. It's the only way that we get change. So that's it from me.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, we're done. We're done with the speeches. You're on.
Eric, close it.
Police took her clothes for examination and left her naked in bed. Oh, what the hell?
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, my God.
Before we wrap up today's action,
Yeah, it's sickening.
if the police are blocking the ramp,
It's sickening.
I propose we walk in a single file around the ramp to the entrance of the New South Wales Police Headquarters, and there's nothing the police can do to stop us, and we have a nice photo right in front of the entrance. The reason we're doing that is to send a message to Karen Webb and to show a display of solidarity with the family and the deceased. Now, if the police are blocking the ramp, let's walk in a single file around, up the stairs, and I warn the police, don't even try to interfere. And the inspector, you can hear me. We want to take a nice photo for social media, for the media, at the front of the New South Wales Police Headquarters, and to impede or block pedestrian traffic to members of the public would be completely inappropriate. So here we go, Jim. Let's all go and walk up the stairs now to the left. And as we walk,
All right, what are they gonna do?
Karen Webb must resign. Karen Webb
Must resign. Karen Webb must resign. Karen Webb must resign. Karen Webb must resign. Yeah, look at them. You know, it's like, it's actually a joke.
Along the police line, there'll be an excellent photo and video of the general public facing off with the police. This will be millions of views tonight. That's it, line up to their faces, look your signs. Let's get our cameramen taking photos and videos Thank you to the police who provided excellent optics for us. This is the face of New South Wales Police. Look at the optics. Police riot squad deployed against members of the public who are commemorating the murder. The police murder.
Yeah, look at them. The Raptor Squad. I mean, you know, what even a name is that?
Karen
Raptor
Webb
Squad.
must resign! Karen Webb must resign!
So guys, this is your police. You know, if this doesn't wake people up to what's going on, you know, nothing will. Look at this.
Go up to the inspector and have a conversation with him. Put the camera right in his face.
The family photo just can suffice.
Hey, Inspector, don't go anywhere. Come back. Inspector, what's the reason why you're not letting people walk through? Inspector.
He's not going to say anything. Wall of silence.
What's the inspector's name, Alex? Read his name to me.
We come in peace. We come in peace and love.
What's the inspector's name?
Oh, a couple more on the steps. There was a little gap. Oh dear.
We come in peace and love.
Michael Burden. Inspector Michael Burden. Inspector Michael Burden, I know you can hear me. There is nothing unreasonable about allowing members of the public to walk up the stairs of a public building which is open 24 hours a day.
I'll show you the joke of
Every
this.
police station in the country, including the headquarters, is accessible by the public. What you're doing now is unlawful, and it's exactly what Karen Webb is doing with her cover-up. And unfortunately, the protesters here today, although small in number, have outplayed you. You have now lost the optics game. You've lost the public relations game. And I'm sure Commissioner Karen Webb was very much unpleased and unhappy that the police had put on this display of force, this display of police intimidation against peaceful members of the general public who are here to seek justice for the deceased 95-year-old who was murdered by Senior Constable Christian White. So I would say that it's a grave error by the inspector and by the police today to put such a show of force on. You've got a handful of people.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we're a dozen people. A dozen people. And how many cops? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So there's about 25 cops. 25 cops against a dozen peaceful protesters. Look at this. Look at this.
Ryan, we come in peace and love, right? Remember, they will...
They're showing their force, we're outnumbered. Even if we brought flowers, we're outnumbered.
Yes, we are.
We're just trying to use intimidation tactics on a handful of good Australians who are here in defence of the deceased 95-year-old lady. What a disgrace. That's a very epic photo. Let's get our cameraman drop out, take some great photos. Look at that. A handful of protesters up against a wall of police. Thank you very much, guys. We'll go to Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and you'll be praised by tonight.
Can't swear about it. Oh, maybe they'll try the tasers first, Dane. Yeah. Or the pepper spray. We've had plenty of that before.
Mr. White must be jailed! Mr. White must be jailed! We come in peace. No, we come in peace. We want the police to come on our side.
But the billionaire pedophiles mean more to them than us.
Yeah. You know.
How much more people do you want fronting up here every week? Do you want a million people fronting here up every week? You guys have to really serious think about your future with the police. They're not what you think they are. Trust me.
They loathe you. They loathe you more than they loathe.
They're trying to put you guys in trouble. You guys are just scapegoats for your bosses.
You will know this within 2 years. Look, you're scared in here protecting the elderly lady.
I wonder about that
Thank you, Cossack.
Okay, guys, members of the public who are here today, I'd like to...
that lady in uniform at the back, that elder lady, I should say. You know, she would have been in the force for a very long time. She would have seen a lot. And I wonder if this is what she thought her career would come to, or even this gentleman in front of me who I think must be a sergeant of some sort. You know, he looks like he's got a lot of police under his, police hours under his belt.
Although there was only a handful, this will go viral tonight and will achieve a very important win in terms of the informational game. Karen Nowland is losing the PR battle, and she will resign out of this. We'll make sure she resigns. Thank you very much, guys. Everyone give themselves a round of applause and a cheer.
Woohoo! Thanks, guys. Great job. Great job, guys.
Oh, being attacked by the Eureka flag.
You guys are going to be famous, and we'll just use you as props in the informational battle around this issue. So thank you very much. We can go further back to the police and further the start of our day. And thank you to the people.
We should walk together, okay?
Yep.
Rest in peace, Mrs. Nowland.
Yep. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Mrs. Nowland.
We do walk together out of here.
Yeah.
Together. You remember what they did in Northern? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I gave up trying to appeal to the cops ages ago, you know, to their hearts, to what they're standing against, to what they're doing to the people.
Line up, line up. Line up, I think she took the photo.
So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Guys, share this out. You know, Sydney needs,
Is she mainstream media?
don't know who she is. Oh, you know, what can she say? A nutty group of protesters who care about a lady who was murdered by cops. You know, what does it matter?
Just come here, guys. Come here.
Yeah. Come back. They get a family shot.
Just pop down.
People amongst people.
That's it.
Yeah.
Done. Just don't get too close, I'll beat you.
No, they won't.
No, it wouldn't be a good look today, would it?
They don't really care, but...
Oh, I know they don't care.
Tasers are ready.
Yeah, right behind us, but whatever.
Cheers for the Aussie Cossack. Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Go Aussie! Can't keep you down. Can't shut you up. They've tried. Yeah, Sharon, they try and
We have
appeal.
members of all communities, believe it or not, here.
Yep,
Practically.
that's it.
We've got left and right here today. All together.
This song is in memory of Clare.
We just need to unite against the powers that be and we win.
That's exactly right. Yeah, Sharon, some people still think, you know, that you can appeal to the good heart of cops, but there's no good heart left in them. You know, they've showed that. All the good ones, any good ones that was there, they left. You know, they left in the last, 3 years, so...
Quite certain the majority of these ones will resign and return to form all that long. It's a dead-end job.
It really is, you know.
Yeah.
When you've got to stand against the people, when they start murdering, grandmothers.
And you're just a security guard for a corporation.
That's it.
That's all it is.
Country against the fucking
That's all it is.
Corporate thugs, yeah.
So the more we can numbers,
Yeah.
so that hopefully they pick us up.
Oh well, it's been an interesting day. I never knew where the police headquarters, New South Wales Police Headquarters was. But now we know.
We're all thinking about quitting.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alex. Thanks for everything.
Should I quit? Should I keep going?
Let's all go for a meal, guys.
All right,
Let's all go for a meal.
no worries.
Thank you, officers. Have a good day.
Good show. Well done. Thugs.
Should I quit? Come and join us.
All right, guys. Share the live stream out. Share it all over the place. Everybody needs to see how they acted against the people today over the murder of beautiful grandmother, Clare Nowland. So, all right, love you guys. Love you all. Over and out. You're driving okay? Yeah. Yeah. So we drove up. Yeah, we'll be driving back later. Anyway.
Now we have to stick together in case they come after us.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, who knows what they're up to? They would have had their little cameras filming us all as they do. Yeah. Anyway, guys, over and out. Share the live streams out. Get it out everywhere. And if you're in Sydney, please get along. Try and organise these events. I reckon every weekend until this whole saga is over and done with. Christian, whatever his name is, Christian is jailed for murder. Okay, love you guys. Over and out.